Hey everyone, week 2 is a wrap. Welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to share an update on how my second week of Zepbound has gone. If you've been following along, you know I'm committed to sharing the ups, downs, and everything in between. So in this video, I'll be covering what changes, challenges, and observations I made during my second week. For my second injection, I chose the area to the right of my belly button as the site. For me, I found it to be very interesting to see the injection pen doing its thing. And once more, I found that I had minimal discomfort after the injection. Moving forward, I think I might just rotate around that area. It was just less awkward for me to give the injection to myself when I did it there, and it didn't cause any swelling or redness like I experienced when I injected into my thigh. Throughout week 2, I definitely noticed the hunger pains more when they occurred. Although they were more noticeable, they still were nothing compared to how they felt before I started taking this medication. I stuck to my eating plan. I made sure I was getting enough protein and fiber, and I also upped my water intake. I do have a hydration hack that I want to share with you guys. Add some sliced cucumber and lemon to a pitcher or container and then just fill it with some water. Put it in the fridge for a couple hours, and honestly, it's so refreshing that you'll basically inhale it. Sometimes I throw in a little mint for some added flavor. It's just outstanding. It's certainly been a great way for me to gauge how much I'm drinking throughout the day. As you know, staying hydrated is key with Zepbound. Dehydration can be very dangerous and lead to serious side effects like kidney problems. I haven't experienced any food cravings at all, and this is a huge win. Before starting Zepbound, I would often crave pasta or something sweet, but now I just don't have those cravings at all. My energy levels have been great. Some days are better than others, but overall, I definitely notice more consistent energy without the crashes that I used to have. Whether it's the diet or the medication, I'm not sure, but I'm happy with this change. Sleep has also improved. I'm typically able to fall asleep quickly within maybe 5 or 10 minutes of lying down. And while I've woken up earlier on a few days, it hasn't impacted my energy level at all. I haven't experienced any mood changes, but I do feel more focused and alert. I'm able to concentrate better throughout my workday, and that's certainly a nice bonus. I did develop a couple of headaches on 2 different days. They weren't severe, but they were certainly uncomfortable, and it's hard to say if they're related to my diet changes, the dehydration factor, or the medication itself. As for weight loss, I lost 1 pound again this week. My blood pressure at the end of week 2 was 116/79, so I am still in the normal range. For those that are new to my channel, I've been on blood pressure medication for about a year now. Before starting Zepbound, my typical blood pressure while on medication was around 138/87. That's on any given day. But within just 1 day of that first injection, my blood pressure dropped to the normal range. I'm still on the same dose of my blood pressure meds at the advice of my doctor. I plan on continuing to take them unless I experience any dizziness or lightheadedness. And then at that point, we might have to look at adjusting the dosage. Overall, week 2 went pretty well for me. I've been fortunate that any potential side effects have been very minor. And I want to take a moment to talk about my food and water intake so you kind of know what a day in the life is like for me. I definitely am very careful making sure I get all the nutrients that I need. I know I'm eating less than before, so I make sure I'm getting enough protein to maintain muscle mass. I pay close attention to my portion sizes. I eat slowly, and I really listen to my body when it comes to fullness. I have heard those horror stories of people overindulging while using GLP-1 medication, and then they get incredibly nauseous and sometimes even have vomiting. I am being very cautious about this. I want to avoid that nightmare at all costs. I'm also making sure that I'm getting enough fiber to keep my digestive system regulated. I have heard that sometimes people will have too much fiber when on Zepbound, and then you can go in the other direction where you have diarrhea. So it's all about finding that balance. Every day I take a multivitamin, vitamin E, vitamin D3, and calcium, and these are based on recommendations from my doctor. There's a lot of debate about whether collagen supplements help with the skin elasticity and they can reduce the appearance of loose skin, especially during weight loss. While research shows some potential benefits, the studies aren't conclusive yet. I've been taking collagen in powdered form as my post workout protein boost for years, and I plan to continue to do so. Typically, I don't eat breakfast, but I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning and then mix collagen into my favorite broth around 10 or 11 a.m. This helps curb hunger and it also provides me with the needed protein. So I usually follow up with a light lunch then around noon or 1 p.m. It just depends on when I'm hungry and I feel like eating again. I've had 2 more weeks on the 2.5 milligram dose before I will increase to the 5 milligram. I'm going to monitor my progress very carefully. I don't want to lose weight too quickly because I believe slow and steady is the healthiest approach. If I see steady weight loss on 5 milligrams, I will likely stick with that dose for a while. If I hit a plateau before reaching my target weight or getting my blood pressure, cholesterol, and A1C safely into the normal range, I'll talk to my doctor about increasing to the 7.5 milligram dose. As I mentioned in a previous video, I did a lot of research before deciding to try Zepbound. I read articles from reputable sources. I watched videos by doctors with patients that are on this medication, and I connected with people who have had personal experience with GLP-1s. Knowledge and understanding bring me comfort, and I want to know both the potential risks and the positive outcomes. If you're on GLP-1 medication, and it doesn't have to be Zepbound, I'd love to hear your experiences, your tips, and your coping strategies in the comments. I see this as an evolving process, and there's always room to learn more. So that's my second week of Zepbound update. The effects have been mostly positive: improved energy, mental clarity, restful sleep, a bit of weight loss, and appetite suppression. I'll keep tracking my progress through week 3 and update you all in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can follow me on my journey. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.